Lifestyle San Diego. I'm Amy Scruggs. We have a great episode today showcasing some hidden gems in San Diego. We're starting off at the Pendry Hotel, where I've heard about this great new social spot. We've got a couple cool people inside that are going to tell us all about it. Tyreshias, you brought us to this beautiful place today. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm excited to find out what this is about and why we're here. And you brought us Kevin Dailey with Clique Hospitality. Tell us about this venue that we're in. Where are we sitting right now?
So Oxford is the new social club in San Diego. We call ourselves a social club because we're kind of a hybrid between upscale lounge and a nightclub space. So you get the coziness, the comfortableness of the lounge setting, but with the energy of a nightclub. And we're located here in the Pendry Hotel in San Diego.
It's gorgeous. Describe a little bit more when you say upscale. So you guys are looking for certain clienteles and you're drawing in certain people in San Diego that are coming to your club. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So we found our niche and bringing a higher standard of service with bottle service, not your typical nightclub setting. Upscale, more people that are looking for a different scene, not going into a massive nightclub with house DJs and fist pumping and going crazy. It's more of an upscale evening out.
What kind of music would you play here normally?
We play a range of open format, anything from timeless classics all the way up to pop and some hip hop as well.
This is right up your alley.
I know,
the taste that you have.
right?
Your office.
I love this. I love this so much. This is amazing.
It's gorgeous. It's just got that elegant, classy, almost old school feel to it.
Yeah.
But yet it's drawing in a younger crowd, am I right?
Yeah, our crowd ranges anywhere from 21 all the way up to 60 years old, depending on who's in town and what's going on.
So you're seeing a good mix of people that are coming
Great
through
mix of
here.
people.
Has it become kind of the buzz here in the gas lamp area?
Yeah, fortunately we have done really well with that and continue to keep drawing in new clientele week after week. Everyone's really excited to see the space. We do keep it exclusive, so you have to be in proper dress code and you have to come in and really fit the vibe of the room because that's what we do here.
Proper dress code, I love that. So that means you want to make sure that people coming in here are dressed for the evening, they're representing well, they're classy, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
So you're not trying to be, make it that you're snobs, but you're saying, hey, we want a certain look here that's representing clearly what you've put together here in the design.
That's 100% correct. That's exactly what we're going after.
You have a huge background in hospitality and in doing this. What do you see as so special about this place?
The uniqueness of the layout, the beautiful finishes and textures, and overall the vibe and the environment that's created here is definitely something San Diego kind of needed. You either have a choice to go to a bar or to a big nightclub, and we kind of melded that together, and it's been very well received in the city.
I think that, when you're wanting to go out with your friends and you don't want to stand and be bumping into people, and you want to also have a conversation, but then you want that really neat vibe, that really amp music like you were saying, and just being in a great environment, and you also want probably a really nice cocktail. I think that they're hard to find nowadays, especially if you just walk into a random bar, and if you're a drink snob, you know what I mean? Tell me a little bit about your drinks here.
So we have a really curated cocktail program here. It's not over the top. Some of the bars that kind of, the mixology bars, they get really, 15-minute cocktail. That's not what we're doing here, but we do have great tasting cocktails. They're created and they're creative.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Are you guys constantly expanding on that and coming up with new creations in your cocktails and seeing what the guests love and what they're asking for?
Yeah, we rotate our menu out seasonally and definitely keep the crowd favorites and then go and experiment a little bit more. A couple of our guys here are really great mixologists and have created some great drinks.
Yeah. Tyreshias, I know you were attracted to this. You brought me here because your office has a very similar vibe and you love a good culture. Tell me about at Versant how your team kind of, emulates what you saw in the club here.
Right. Well, I think that brand in general is just super important. So when we're looking at a brand, and you're looking at this brand, so like he said, as far as the drinks goes, the dress code goes, the vibe that's being created here, it's like you walk in the door and it all goes together. And if one thing's off, it's going to kind of imbalance it. And so really when you're even looking at it, when I look at it from a company standpoint, with Versant Realty, I'm looking at it where we have our brand. We have our beautiful logo that is really, it's not so specific. Any other agent's brand can really complement the brand of the company. So you're looking at that aspect, you're looking at the marketing, and then the office space itself, it's just an open loft. It's like this, we've got living rooms inside the office and big farm tables, and anyone can come in there and feel at home and feel invited. And that's what we want for our clients. That's the type of clients that we want to come in, the agents that we want to join us, are agents that want to work together. And so again, it's like you build it and then they come, right?
Yeah.
And so you're creating that atmosphere of what you want your culture to be. And so that's important. And every single detail of the brand is so important. And I feel like that gets missed. In real estate, in companies as a whole, I've never seen anything like this place, ever. And I've always wanted it to exist. So thank you.
So this is because you have a great place now to bring clients, to bring
Right.
your staff to,
Yeah.
maybe, you know, come to events that are taking place here. It's a great carryover of what you've already established with your business,
Yes.
that you could bring them here and keep that same elegance that you have brought into what you do. I think it's,
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
love that you found this place. What a great pairing for you and the business that you've built and for your team.
Thank you.
Give us a little bit, some more details on when you're open, you know, when to come here. What do people need to know if they want to come and be a part of this social club?
Well, we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Doors open at 10 p.m. And we also do our industry party once a month. That's on Mondays at 10 p.m. as well. You can go to our website to get on the guest list. We have VIP hosts that can book tables. Everything's reservations. We have 20 tables, and we usually fill them every night. So that's
How far ahead should people plan if they want to get a reservation here?
a couple days at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is this the sort of place that you would see a line out the door? Or do you guys kind of avoid that, or how do you?
Well, we definitely have a line,
Okay.
especially if we have any artists or performers or any talent coming in.
Okay.
That always dictates how busy we'll be.
Okay. Can you tell us more about? You said artists or performers.
Yeah, I
Can
was
you
going to
tell
ask
us
that
about-
too.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, don't.
Is it surprise guests? Do people
Yeah.
know ahead? How does that
A
work?
little bit of both. You know, we've actually had the unique opportunity to have a couple artists just happen to be in the club and get on the microphone and start singing. We do have, you know, booked out talent as well. Upcoming is 2 Chainz. He's going to be performing here where we're sitting.
Wow.
Okay. When's that? No. I'll be here.
Make the reservation now.
Right? Yeah.
So Kevin, do you feel that this place is special and has magic from your background in managing clubs before?
Definitely special and magical is a great way to describe Oxford. It definitely fills the void that was in San Diego that really fits our market. We're being upscale, great concentrated service, great cocktails, everything across the board, and it's really well received in the city, and couldn't be happier.
It's fantastic. Tyreshias, thank you so much for showing this to me today and bringing us here to find out all the great things. Kevin, thank you for opening it up and letting us talk with you and find out more, and can't wait for us to come back and really check it out on the weekends and see what great things are going
Love to
on.
have you.
Thank you so much.
We have a winner! Johnny, you won! You won!
Grandma?
There are certain times in life when you need a neutral third party to call the shots. Keep it fair. Choose Oakwood Escrow.
Well, I am excited checking out this wine and drink list, and that I have a great new place to come to. I encourage everybody to come down to this place and check it out in San Diego. And now we're going to head up the coast into Del Mar with Kara Kay.
Hey everyone, I'm Kara Kay, and I am so excited to be in Del Mar today. What better place to be when the races are underway? Ryan Stafford from PS Platinum brought me here. We are at Cucina Enoteca. I hear that he has Chef Joe and Augusto, the wine director, so let's see what they have to say. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Ryan Stafford from PS Platinum. I have Chef Joe and Augusto, the wine director for Cucina Enoteca. So touching a little bit on where we are today, Chef Joe and Augusto, can you tell me where we are and what it's about?
So we're at Cucina Enoteca in Del Mar, California. It's a California-inspired kitchen along with a retail wine shop.
Awesome, cool. And we are in Del Mar, so Ryan, I know you're the king of real estate here in Del Mar. Tell me a little bit about what is going on in the market here.
So the market is very dynamic. We have a very hyper-local market, turning into what I call a normal market, not a buyer's market, not a seller's market, just a healthy market.
That sounds good. Right. Everyone wants to see healthy. They want to see consistent.
Absolutely.
So that's what you guys are seeing here in 92014.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Love that. So I want to touch on how a place like this, Cucina Enoteca, can tie into buyers and sellers and what it really means to people who are looking in this area. So what would you say is the most exciting part for your clients and knowing a place like this exists in Del Mar?
So it's nice to see a restaurant that fuses beautifully with the community. We have it's a small community. It's kind of a Southern California regional destination. And so they beautifully blend the coast with it's kind of a sophisticated, casual lifestyle.
Totally, and I was gonna say, Chef Joe and Augusto, maybe you guys can touch on too, the conceptualization in this place. Did you guys kind of play off of maybe what the demographic here would have enjoyed in terms of interior design?
Absolutely. Our owner, Tracy Borkum, she's well known for having the ability to create places like this one. As you can see on our staircase, you have like a celebration of the neighborhood that is like, of course, like, the horse races.
Saw that, yep.
Yeah, so that's definitely like something that we keep in mind, and especially like the Urban Kitchen Group is tied to every single each community. We have restaurants from downtown San Diego to Orange County, and I think Del Mar is one of those places in which it's kind of amazing to work over here in this type of environment. The clientele is so diverse, but definitely like really prepared. They're well traveled, they've been around the world, so they know wines, they know food really well. So it can be challenging at times, but that's why we have Chef Joe over here.
That's why we got Joe, exactly. And I was looking at your wine list. Do you guys have over 250 wines, is that right?
Yeah, so this is one of the locations that offers probably like the largest selection of wine in between the company. We are more focused on Italian wine, but there is a lot of domestic stuff, and we also love to offer older vintages to our guests. The price point is retail price, so of course it's really convenient for the guests, especially in this area. In which the wine at the end of the day can be a pretty expensive voice on your final bill.
Right.
So.
I was going to say, is it because we got a lot of winos in Del Mar? It's because we can appreciate having a good time. That's why you guys buffed up the wine list.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
In addition to dining in, several of my clients come here to buy their wine because the wine list is so extensive and well thought out.
And retail price.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you're not getting the typical restaurant markup.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Completely understood. So I have a question for you, and I heard, can you buy any piece in this restaurant? Like, is anything for sale in terms of the fixtures, the
everything.
Chairs? Everything is for sale.
We are for sale.
Except for the cooks except for the cooks in the kitchen, we need to keep those guys because you can't have them. But just about everything, yeah.
Wow.
On our website, there's a retail page that lists everything, pricing, a lot of the furniture, a lot of the stuff you see on the ceilings, chairs, yeah, everything.
Stafford, have you seen any of this in any of your listings that you have?
Oh, absolutely. This coastal contemporary feel, it blends beautifully, and I think that's what makes being here feel so at home, because you feel like you're just at a great friend's house, but paired with fantastic food and
Yeah,
wine.
a friend who's got really great style. I would probably walk in and be like, you guys did a spot-on job. How many people were involved in kind of conceptualizing it? Who was really involved?
The space itself?
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tracy Borkum, she's the proprietor, and Monica Crawford, who does a lot of the retail and design with her, yeah. But I do have to say, I did the decoupage in the bathroom, so
Okay.
I can take credit for that. Yeah.
We'll have to give that credit to Chef Joe,
Yeah.
and we will all have to take a second to appreciate it. So I want to know, do you guys have any events coming up or anything that we should know about?
We have events kind of rolling all the time in the company. We have wine events, which Augusto can touch on, some food ones that we have. We do a thing that kind of celebrates whole animal cooking, our Beast Feast, which we are doing down at our Cucina Urbana restaurant and a Newport Beach restaurant as well. And that really, to touch on the community, we use a lot of local farms, and up here in North County particularly, it's nice to be connected with a lot of the local farms we use are just right up the street here, which is great. A lot of the animals we use from that are from San Diego County and close areas. And then we have some wine events that are coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is that Cucina wants to be open and wants to kind of like offer something that, you know, it's difficult to get in other places. So, for example, we're working side by side with, you know, a few master sommeliers. We offer classes for, you know, both our staff and also our clientele. We have one coming up, you know, this Saturday at Cucina Urbana, and we're going to have master sommelier Jeff Ruth, that is also the president of the Guild of Sommeliers. So it's kind of nice because right now San Diego is growing pretty fast, and especially the wine community is getting bigger and bigger, and we're getting a lot of traction, so we definitely want to be a part.
Awesome, I love that. And I know PS Platinum, did you guys hold your holiday party here a couple years ago?
We did. So what's fantastic about this restaurant, it's great for happy hour, it's great for date night, it's great to bring the family, as well as host your Christmas parties.
Yeah, it's so
really
versatile.
It's very versatile.
I've never been on this rooftop before, and I feel like being here, it's super inviting. You've got a beautiful view, and the food is amazing. So I know it's a great spot to be. Talk to me a little bit more about, I want to know a little bit more about what Cucina Enoteca does in terms of charity also. I know you guys are very heavily involved in giving.
The philanthropic stuff that we do is, again, really tied to the local areas. We do a sip support every month where glasses, proceeds from our Wines by the Glass go to local charities. We've done everything, Surfrider Foundation to
Baja Rescue,
yeah.
You know, a little bit of everything, and also like we try to create specific events in order to raise money. You know, what I can think about right now is definitely the Festa della Donna that we held here in this location, in which we shut down the restaurant on a Sunday, and we had 8 females winemakers, you know, paired with you know 8 local female chefs, and you know was amazing. We had over 300 people coming over. We were able to raise over $10,000. So you know it's something that we're going to do every year. And it's great because at the end of the day, that's you know the philosophy of our owner. She's where she is right now because of the community, and so you know she wants to give back to the community because we couldn't be here today talking to you if it wasn't for her and giving back to the community.
One of my favorite quotes is, "You make a living by what you." What is it? You make a life by what you get, but you make a living by what you give. I totally botched it, but something along those lines. You guys have nailed it, I know.
And it's important to the community. I mean, throughout you see philanthropy, you see supporting humane societies, local children. I mean, just across the board, charity is very much part of Del Mar.
It totally is. I know you're involved in a lot of charities too, so I appreciate all 3 of you guys for what you do for Del Mar, for what you do for San Diego. Again, thank you so much for being here today, you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Kara.
Okay, you guys, we just got a chance to speak with Ryan Stafford from PS Platinum Properties, as well as Chef Joe and Augusto, the wine director here at Cucina Enoteca. If you're ever in the area in Del Mar, you have to make it a point to stop by. The interior is insane. The food is even better. I'm super excited to try it, and I'm going to enjoy this wine.
Cassie Leuffen here, and we are in Coronado today to check out this amazing listing. We're going to be talking to the builder of this property as well as one of the top realtors on Coronado Island. Can't wait to meet these guys. Let's check out this dream home. Joining me now two of the best in the Coronado real estate business. We are joined today by Scott Aurich, rockstar realtor, and John O'Brien, rockstar developer. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So Scott, I want to start with you today. If you could tell us, I know you've sold in your long career over $600 million worth of property here in Coronado. Tell our viewers a little bit about, your experience and the diverse portfolio, what the properties you're working on.
That just shows how long I've been here. Taking quite a while. I've been here like 30 years, so it's not in the last few years. Sure. It's over quite a while. Yeah, we've sold about almost 400 homes here on the island over the last 30 years, and just kind of made this my little market when I moved out here from Texas, 30 years ago, and decided that I wanted to stay here on the island, so I got involved in doing what I could do to make a living here, which was sell houses here. And I've been really lucky to get to work with all kinds of people over the years, and great people as buyers and sellers and builders, and help people like John at the end of the day, help them resell their houses anyway. John gets to sell his own houses. His wife's a real estate broker here in town, so I can't get in that niche there, so I can't sell his house. But I've sold a handful of them as a resale, and I've just sold one right recently up on the Ocean Boulevard. This is kind of one of the most spectacular homes on Ocean that he built, and it's being offered right now for just a little under $9 million. And I've got another one of his listed over there on Jay that's like $2.5 million or $2.7 million. So I've been around doing a lot.
Yeah, you had another one you mentioned. You were talking about you were interested in mentioning as a quick listing for us.
It's not John's listing, but it's coordinated with John's. It's the property right behind us that we just listed, and we're going to restage it and get it ready to come on the market for $5,995,000. It's a pretty spectacular home right on the beach. Right on the beach here.
Address for our viewers?
929. We're sitting in 927. Yeah. 927. This is 929. And when they did the development of 929, they put a view easement on it. So it's only a one-story home. So this house has the view looking across it. It's protected by the view. And that house has subterranean basement and some bedrooms downstairs and a big several-car garage. So pretty special.
Now, John, this is where you come into play, because there's all this talk that we keep hearing about low inventory, high demand. There aren't that many homes for sale right now, but there's a lot of people wanting to buy. You are actually adding inventory. You're a developer. You're building this new construction. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, well, we actually have to absorb some inventory to actually turn it around. Sure. But the issue is really, what is the market? And the market is the buyer market is what we're focused on, and that is there's a number of older banged up houses to a certain degree. This particular location had a small house that really didn't take advantage anywhere near what we found that you could do with the view and the location. And so, yeah, we bring new product to the market, but we bring product to the market that we expect is going to be absorbed by the type of people who want to come and move to Coronado.
And you founded Flagg Coastal Homes, where you specialize in these nautically inspired homes, which just really suits Coronado. Describe the type of work you do on these properties.
Yeah, we ended up building a little bit of a brand. We call it Flagg Coastal Homes, and our
not a little brand, it's a real brand.
It's
seriously.
People
will drive by a house that looks like one of these and say, that's a Flagg home, because that's the kind of brand they do.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You have to tell us a little bit about that show house that you had.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that in a second. So I grew up in the East, and and coming out here, I came out with the Navy. I came out and saw that Coronado is kind of defined by the boathouse and the Hotel Del, and that iconic look is you combine with a look from New England, this New Jersey shore, and that's where we came up with this coastal look. We built our first house like that, and it was absorbed right away.
Was that on Toledo?
On Toledo, yeah. And the buyer, just by chance, said, I've had it with all the red tile roof houses I need, and so this is really interesting to me. And so once I learned that, then we started focusing on that type of look. We got real lucky a couple of years ago in 2014. Coastal Living magazine, which is my Bible, contacted us and said, hey, do we know of a house that could serve as their show house? And I was in the middle of framing a house, and I said, I think I got one for you. And so we negotiated a deal with them, had a very successful show house, drew over 5,000 people through. And it worked out real well, and it's really helped our brand as well.
Absolutely. Well, that property was stunning, but so is the one we're at today. Let's talk a little bit about this listing, 927 First Street, which, by the way, viewers, is literally the first street from this view that you're looking at right here. So tell us a little about what this house has to offer.
Yeah, this is a, like I said, this was a smaller house that we acquired back in 14, and so we've just designed this house to absolutely take advantage of the view wherever we can.
Oh,
so yeah. you name a room in the house, and we gave it a view. You can look at the bay by brushing your teeth in one of the bathrooms downstairs, and there was no window there when we started. So I came around the corner. I was down on the beach. I came around the corner when this house was for sale, and all of a sudden I had this idea of a big white house on the hill. And I got pretty excited about that concept, and basically that's what we did. We haven't done an all white house in a while. It's kind of a farmhouse, coastal house combination, black windows, white trim, and it's been pretty well received, and it's a very exciting house. And it fits real well.
Yeah, and you have that
beach.
added feature of that walkway to the guest house on this property, right? There's a guest house attached?
Yeah, we have a little guest house, and we built a enclosed walkway from the main house to it. It kind of also recalls a lot of what you'd see back east. You need that in the east to protect yourself from the snow, but what the heck? We said it's a great look, and so we threw this little enclosed walkway in here, and it actually ends up being a feature.
Yeah. Final question for you, Scott, before we go here. You got 5-star reviews across the board for the work that you do. I just wanted to read this one to you in particular because it stood out to me. She said, this client, "We waited a few years to buy because Scott wouldn't let me buy just any old house. Even when they knew they were in not good shape and he could have made money, he would not even let me look until he knew one that really fit us, and boy did he do it. He thinks of you, the buyer, before he thinks of himself." So just talk to me, if you could, about patience in this industry and why that's so important to you.
Yeah, patience is important, and if it ever becomes about the broker making the deal or me making a deal, you've lost it. I was in that position at one time in Texas before I came out here. I was a commercial broker, and I went a long time without making a deal, and I got kind of desperate, and it became important for me to make a deal, and you never make it happen. When you learn that you got to put the client's needs well before yours and make that the priority, and same for building too. You put the needs of the client first and make that your Bible and your kind of mantra, then everything seems to fall in place and people end up appreciating it. And so that's why I think I'll be able to build business around putting my clients' needs before mine, and my needs have been well taken care of as a result of doing that.
Well, Scott and John, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and telling us more about the market here in Coronado. Really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.
Good, thank you, and thanks for coming to the island.
Oh, hey, they didn't have to twist my arm to do it.
We love sharing it.
Well, not only is this view amazing, but with the Navy in your backyard, you can't get much safer than Coronado. That does it for this episode of Lifestyles. I'm your co-host, Cassie Leuffen. We'll see you next time.